Welcome on back everybody to this alternate universe mode here in WWE 2K19. I'm really excited for what we have got coming up this week. It's the next week, of course, in the round of the tournament. We've got going on to crown our first ever universe mode champion. We're from New Orleans today, and this is what we have got coming up for you. First match that we are going to actually see today is Alpha Jackson against Jordan Smith. We've also, as you can see, got Damian Zachary. He's going to be taking on A-List Bourne. We've got RK Ortiz going up against Johnny Justice, and in the main event, which we will also see, we have got Stud Rivers up against HB Kang. Before we get into the match against Alpha and Schmidt though, I just want to take you back to something that happened earlier on in the day, and that was our brand new backstage correspondent Jacob Butler. He caught up with Alpha Jackson as Alpha was entering the arena. He congratulated him on his win in his first outing and asked him how he felt about going into his match tonight against Jordan Smith. Alpha in turn welcomed Jacob to our alternate universe mode and said he was feeling confident ahead of his match tonight. He knows that Tyson's not going to be at ringside due to what Max Rutan did to him last week, and with that plus the skills that he has, he basically, like I say, just said he was feeling really confident about going into his match tonight and picking up his second win. Well, we'll see how he gets on now in trying to do just that, as he should be making his way to the ring. Like he said earlier, he's confident tonight. There's no Tyson thanks to what Max Rutan did to him last week, so it is a straight up one-on-one. Before we get into this though, I also would like to welcome Jacob Butler to the team and into this alternate universe mode we have got going on here. As for this match though, I think the Alpha has got to be the clear favourite. He is coming back off a win. As you can see, he's extremely confident. We've already mentioned he knows that there is no Tyson with Jordan tonight. His skills in a straight up one-on-one, you would say, are probably superior to that of Jordan, especially in a one-on-one environment. So yeah, everything points to a win for Alpha Jackson here tonight, and judging by the way he's coming to the ring, he seems to know just that himself. But he doesn't want to be too overconfident. That's one of the fastest ways to a loss, I'm sure, with the experience he has, not just here, but in his background as well, that he will know that and will be very guarded against that. For Jordan here, it's completely the opposite side of the coin really. We know after speaking to him earlier tonight that he's very aware of Alpha's background, all the amateur experience that he has and how well he's done in that field. He also knows that Jordan of course won his first match, so he knows he's really up against it tonight. But as positive as the Schmidts are, and they are very positive characters, the two of them, he says at some point they have to start winning, even though they're learning the singles game on the fly here at the moment. He's aware that they do need to start winning, and start winning quickly if they want to make it around here in this universe mode. So yeah, very very aware is Jordan. We'll see though, is that awareness enough for him to get the job done against a very very good Alpha Jackson. We're not going to have to wait much longer because this one is underway. The action in this week's episode version of universe mode is underway, and it's a hard tie up here in the corner at the moment. A clean break though from both parties, which is nice to see. And it is Alpha who lands the first blow and follows it up with a big fall away slam. So going for the heavy artillery early is Alpha. Jordan was wise to it and comes back with a German suplex. Jordan's no slouch, let's just say that he's here and he's been picked up for a reason. He's in great physical shape himself, as you can see. He's definitely the bigger of the two competitors. But Alpha, as I mentioned the last time that he was out here, it's that technique that just gives him the edge. You don't need as much raw strength if your technique is on point, and his definitely is. But that is a big DDT there from Jordan, who also will have heard, like we have just heard, what Alpha had to say earlier, that basically without Tyson he thinks that he should just go ahead and pick up this win. So that could actually fire up Jordan a little bit. Just give him that little chip on the shoulder, that little extra edge that he'll need in that attitude of his, and that could be enough to carry him. We'll have to just wait and find out. We saw in the first week that Alpha's quite durable, so he can take punishment as well as dish it out. As we go into the cover here, it's a 1, and that's all it is. It's just a 1 at the moment, but Jordan striking the first cover of the night. Alpha there, important that he missed, well, he dodged that knee, and that heavy clothesline there, taking Jordan straight out of the ring. Are we going to see him go straight back in, or are we going to have some fun and games outside? It looks like we're going to have fun and games. Alpha, for his amateur experience, he doesn't overly rely on that like we've seen people do in the past. He can get down and throw fists with the best of them outside the ring, as we saw, although at the moment Jordan has taken over this one outside. Big chop there, just drops Alpha straight away. Big right hands to follow it up here, and there is a little bit more of an edge, it seems, to Jordan Schmidt tonight. And we're at a 7 count here. We've seen a couple of count outs in this tournament already, but unless Alpha gets himself counted out, we're not going to see one here, at least not at the moment anyway. And there is that technique to lift his man up, and that is a nice move there from Alpha to put him back in control of this match when it's in between the ropes. And that is where you want to be in control. That's where it matters. That's where you are going to pick up the decision. But he takes a big right hand to the gut there. That seems to have really rocked Alpha. He really winded there, and there you go, Jordan following up straight away with a tackle in the corner, and now he's just going to stomp on Alpha, and he's going after that midsection now. He seems like he's realised he's winded him there, and there is an impaler DDT. He's not going to go for the cover. Oh, he is now. It's a 1. It is a 2, and it's the kick out from Alpha, showing that durability that I was talking about earlier. Once again, you really at this point want to start building momentum and stacking the wins rather than having individual ones. But the big spear there from Jordan, this could do it, you know. It's 1, it's 2, and it is 3. Alpha could not get out, and Jordan Schmidt, just as he mentioned earlier on today, said that him and his brother, or him or his brother, needed to start picking up the victories, and that is a big one. Alpha's back to his feet here. What's going to go on here? He's put his hands up. It seems like he's just turned around and says, fair play, you beat me fair and square. There's a handshake. Jordan not really too sure whether he can trust Alpha there, but sportsmanship there. We've not seen much of that in this universe mode so far, but let's not understate it. That is a big win there for Jordan, and maybe that can kickstart him and his brother on now. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but congratulations to him. I've got to admit, I didn't see that one coming, but he's got the job done there, has Jordan. And now this, guys, this is very exciting news for our universe mode. It looks like we're going to get ourselves a new star onto the roster. Now, if that happens, remember, he cannot compete until this tournament is played out in full. I asked Mr. Dudley about this earlier. As you can see, he goes in there, and he said the first round of negotiations between himself and, I believe this guy's name to be Alex Charming, have gone well, but the deal is not done yet. So stay tuned by hitting that subscribe button. Also, while you're there, just tap the like as well. It would help a lot. And I will do my best to try and keep you up to date on all things Alex Charming's deal. But back to tonight, we have got Stud Rivers coming to the ring for the main event of this evening. He's going to be going up against HB Kang. We have seen a lot of Stud the last couple of weeks. Of course, he got his first win a couple of weeks back by the count-out, which upset a lot of people, rubbed up a lot of people the wrong way. So he's getting another chance tonight. Maybe he'll look for a more decisive win, who knows. But we saw him last week, and to be honest, he made it abundantly clear that he doesn't care what me, you, anyone in this arena thinks about the way he got the job done. To him, he won. Winning's winning. And to a certain extent, I agree with what he's saying now. At the end of the day, sport is all about building momentum. It's about picking up wins and avoiding those losses. He did all of those things, so I get where he's coming from, but you only get one chance to make a first impression, and to pick up a count-out win, is that really the way that you want to go about it? I'm not sure it's what I personally would do, but Stud doesn't care. He really does not care. He's here for himself and himself only. Like I say, he's made that abundantly clear. He looks happy with himself. He looks confident. He looks focused as ever. So we'll see how he gets on. He's got a really tough assignment tonight against Kang, as I mentioned earlier. Kang put up a gutsy display in his first match. Ultimately fell a little bit short, but this awe-inspiring superstar here, you know he's going to be looking to raise his game tonight, get on the winning trail, and he will want to do that against Stud Rivers. It would be a big win for him, and here he comes now. This entrance is just, I love this entrance. Everything just fits so well. But yeah, he's got to win tonight. I mentioned as Stud was coming to the ring, sport is all about wins, losses, momentum, and that swings both ways. You do not want to start racking up losses, because it can be hard to get out of a slump like that. You want to be getting them wins. You want to get that first one. He obviously didn't manage to do that last time out, so he needs to do it tonight. And then you want to start stacking on those wins and build momentum, build confidence, you know. Especially in this format that we're in at the moment, where it's all a league format and every point counts. You just want to get them points on the board as quickly as you possibly can, because remember, only the top 3 are guaranteed to get a place in the semi-finals in this tournament. The 4th one is a wild card, but there's a lot of people a lot of wrestlers that could be a hell of a lot. So wow, Stud there showing that confidence and that cockiness already. Yeah, you want to be making sure you're in that top 3 and not relying on a huge slice of luck to get into the semi-finals. And you also want to go into those semi-finals full of confidence, full of momentum, the wind in your sails, believing that you are going to win and having the results to back up that belief. So yeah, a win is huge for both of these tonight. Stud to start stacking those wins as I'm talking about, and Kang really just to get himself off the mark. We know he can take a bit of a beating. I've mentioned the first time we saw him, if you were here then. If not, that is up on the channel now, by the way, guys. When he puts on that war paint, he's willing to put himself through hell to go and get a W, and he did that the first time out. I believe it was against RK Ortiz, but yeah, like I said, ultimately he just fell that little bit short, so he will be looking to put that right tonight. And despite the heavy artillery coming out from Stud Rivers in the beginning of this one, he's took control of it at the moment, has Kang, and outside of the ring he really wants to do some damage out there, but he wants to get this back in, because we know that Stud will take a count-out win if that's what it takes, and surely he's not going to go for 2 count-out wins in his first 2 matches. Oh, big drop there onto the stairs for Kang. and we are edging closer to that count out. This time he's not going for it though, but he's done big damage outside of the ring now. Kang's gonna have to really dig deep again now. He's not the biggest guy, but he's definitely durable, and like I said, he has mentioned himself that he's ready to go to war every time he puts that face paint on, and he might just have to do that tonight because Stud is using that size now, just pouring all of his weight down onto Kang and making him carry that as well, just wearing him out, all while cutting off the flow of blood to the head with that squeeze on the neck. And yeah, that rocked him there. He hit a big clothesline and Stud did not even budge, and Kang again finding himself outside now. Stud's gonna go and meet him. It might have been a mistake because Kang's caught hold of him. I'm not quite sure what it is he's doing there. It looks like a trapezius hold. It's wearing Stud down, whatever it is. He might just be out. He's just literally, no, he's not out. He's so not out. He's took control of this one again now with that wrist lock. Shots to the body from Kang as we're heading in towards the second part of the referee's 10 count here. The irony if he loses this match via a count out. Surely not. Kang showing the sportsmanship there, putting him back into the ring. But that would have been extremely ironic if he loses his second by a count out. Elbow drop there from Kang, who feeling in control again now. It's swung backwards and forwards in this match, the momentum, quite a lot. No one's had really a sustained period of control in this one. Stud being picked up here. Oh, Kang's missed the big boot. That is a huge error, and he might just be made to pay for it here as Stud has put his big move on him, and he's going to go straight for the cover. It's 1, 2, and it's 3. He has won his second match as well, joining both Hunter King and Matt Rutan. He must be emerging as one of the favourites. He must be after that. All three of them in the winner's circle at the moment. There's been a bit of time between this one and the last one, so I would have to check for sure to see if anyone else has done it. But yeah, he's up there with the big winners at the moment, and somewhat surprising sportsmanship there from him, I would say. I'm really not that surprised by Kang, but I'm quite surprised to see that Stud accepted that handshake there and didn't do anything devious with it. Fair plays to him. He got the decisive win tonight. I think he needed to do that after his count out controversy, but fair play to him. He has gone ahead and he's done what he's needed to do. He's on 6 points now. Unfortunately for Kang, that leaves him lurking on that 0. He needs to start winning really soon. But yeah, that is it for match action. Now, there were 2 other matches tonight, but there was a lot of confusing stuff happen with the recording, so I've had to re-record some of it. So this is the only way that I can show you the results tonight, if I just throw that up onto the screen now. And so here it is, sort of like a recap really. First match of the night, we had Jordan Schmidt taking what for me was a big shock win against Alpha Jackson. A-List Born picks up a victory over Damien Jackson. Damien Zachary, sorry, I've lost the ability to speak right now. So yeah, that happened. We've had, like I said, Jordan beating Alpha Jackson. In the third match of the night, it would be Johnny Justice picking up a victory against RK Ortiz there. That will do him the world of good after coming up short in his first match. And of course, we have just seen that Stud Rivers has managed to get the victory over HB Kang. But that is going to do it tonight, people. I hope you have enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, again, please do hit that like button and let me know. Leave comments as well, good or bad, as long as they're constructive. And hit that subscribe so you don't miss any more. But until the next one, guys, thanks so much for being here once again, and I will see you all soon. Bye bye.